Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. I was just testing introduction right there. Just allow me 5 more seconds to set the camera so that it's in the right position. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to get in front. And this is the second live stream. So second live stream today of the Ahn Rho Project. We have essentially the finale of this bag here that I want to cover. And so I guess I would be more excited if I were on time, but things never really work as you plan. I was having some editing issues upstairs. I just realized I lost a copy of my backup yesterday. And then right now I just had some technical difficulties because the app just crashed. So there's no shortage of issues. But long story short, it should be good news here today. We actually have to wrap up what we're supposed to cover. Like I said, if you are not familiar with my live streams, you can just sort of fast forward maybe 5 minutes or so if you're on replay. But since there's a second stream today, you don't have to worry about that. Right here, what we have is the continuation of this red knapsack, this Eagle Trail brand knapsack. What you see is what you get, as always with my live streams. Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you're coming from, welcome. But what you see is what you get. This is what we're covering today. This is what we've been trying to cover for the past week, and it's actually something that we can finish today because there's nothing left. And I'm just running through this knapsack that goes back to my university days, like I said, maybe about 2010 to 2015, and trying to clear everything here so that I can get some space and start focusing, decluttering my room and focusing on things that are really important, like my health, some exercise, more hobbies and interests, and more obligations and things to build my career and stuff like that. So that being said, this is a part of clearing all that inventory. So on my previous stream, and you can take a look at my previous stream on the channel, #AhnRho, you will see that I covered some items, including this umbrella and this pencil case and stuff like that with all the items inside, how I'm going to pass them to my brother or donate them or pass it to, or just return it to my caregivers, as well as some garbage and waste that we did relating to breakfast today. So the next thing I have to cover really is just the rest of the paper here, which actually I'm not going to cover in full detail, but I'll run through a quick skim through everything maybe. Maybe we'll go through everything, who knows. And then we're going to cover the rest, the whole bag itself, including a pair of sweatpants on the inside and why it's there. And finally, this bag here has an archive of everything, which I'm going to put these inside there, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so that's everything for the last live stream today, and then we're going to deliver the take-home message as usual, which is always important, so stay tuned for that. So why don't we just deep dive into everything. So there's some stuff to run through right here, and I'm just going to show it to the camera very briefly. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, so if you're Chinese, red pockets, right? This is what we call a light seed. So anytime there's Chinese New Year, we have these. Now I don't know how I received these. I'm pretty sure they came from my father back in 2012 or so. He was actually not 2012. This was like 2010. He was going through a rough time because of the whole recession that hit in 2008, and so he used to have these Freedom 55 financial things. So now I don't have any use for this, so actually I might return this to my caregivers. That's what I think I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4 envelopes of red pocket money, so you give that back to them, that's for sure. That's easy. We have these two here, 1, 2, 3 more red pocket envelopes, although this one is not red at all, but these are more interesting design, more intricate designs. I can't read the Chinese, unfortunately. I did not study to that advanced of a level. I was in like grade 5 or something like that in Chinese school. So unfortunately I can't read these, but I can tell at least that they are traditional handwriting characters. So I appreciate that because, well, just for me personally, I prefer traditional over simplified. Carries a lot more history, but most importantly, it's just sort of something that I can actually read. I can't read simplified yet. And then we have here, okay, so now this is a bit of a rehash, it feels like, because on the previous, about last week, so last week, if you take a look at my live streams last week, I finished the finale for the black backpack, which is also from university days, but that one was so old, it went back to high school. So that was like 13 years ago. Now inside that, we had also some GRT, or Grand River Transit. GRT is the bus system out of town that I went to for university. So obviously, at the end of that finale of that black backpack, we actually had a bunch of these transit things from the same thing. So it was like Route 5, Route 7, I believe that's Lakeshore or something, no, main line. Route 13 is Lakeshore, Laurelwood. So I'm forgetting the names by now. I haven't been to Waterloo in so long, but long story short, we had a copy of all of these basically in that knapsack, as well as a backup. There's quite a few more here than that one did. Especially there was a new route, Express 203, and so that was new. But basically, I have just basically more of that kind of bus routing stuff, and so I can't really cover all of this in detail either, I don't believe. But at least I can return these to my caregivers, and this one I might just keep, I don't know. So that's that. The next thing here, we have also the Go Bus, so the Go Train. Back then it was the Go Bus, Go Train, Go Bus, and that just connects the entire GTA, so Greater Toronto area, from Hamilton or whatever, Markham. You have all these things here, and it's all connected together with the scheduling, including the times. There's even a map, I'm pretty sure, down here somewhere. But now I never used this, but I picked this up from the Kitchener-Waterloo terminal, so that's that. And I'll put that down to the side. And obviously, when you talk about Go Train, they also have Kitchener and Guelph, so all of these things here. So yeah, I guess you might not recognize any of these. They are probably meaningless to you unless you live in Ontario, Canada, and that's all right. But you see, these are really old, dated 2015. Actually doesn't feel that old. That's actually when I graduated, right? So it's quite much has changed, but it doesn't feel that long ago. Time flies, they say, right? And then here's the map, obviously, of the Greater Toronto area, Kitchener area, sorry. And so that's that around Lake Ontario. What else do we have here aside from the routes to Mississauga, Guelph, and Kitchener? We also have here the Greyhound. So Greyhound bus, you probably have these in the States as well. Basically the times to go, it's basically a travel bus, but disconnected between Toronto and the town that I went to, the little town I went to. And then finally we have some things here, more transportation. It's just transportation on transportation. We had the GRT, we had the Go Bus schedules, we had the Greyhound schedules, and you can flip to the back here. And we also have the Fed bus, so that is affiliated with the University of Waterloo itself, run by a student-run club, the Federation of Students, and so on and so forth. So there's all this stuff here, and I can't show too much, like I said, copyright reasons as usual. So about 4 different transit items here. 4 different transit organizations here. But they're all, very different transit items here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have some stuff here that's more related to food. So this is actually not even, I don't know why I kept this. I think it was for the nutritional facts, because that's just who I am and that's what I do. So you flip to the back here on this promotional Burger King thing, there was a nutritional facts here on the back. So that was always very interesting to me to take a look and write down, well, not write down, just take a look and see how I'm basically destroying my body by eating so much fast food. But you do that shit when you're in university, everyone does that. So put that down to the side. Finally, there's this Subway's bag with a napkin on the inside. And yeah, it's winding down now, so I'm pretty much wrapped up. There's another Subway's bag on the inside. So this was, I guess, a way for me to keep everything together. I would take all these transit items and the red envelopes, and I would just gather them into one sort of bundle and wrap it up in this bag and then just put it away. But the funny thing is, of course, I can't really cover all of today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and we're going to move on to the next items here. Like I said, the only thing I'm going to take out are these envelopes that belong to my caregivers class 2. I'm going to give this back up along with the umbrella. I'm going to give these to my mother and father, so I'll put that down. Now, where are we going to put this? So we're going to archive it because before we can actually properly cover all these items, we actually have to scan an electronic copy of everything. And then once I upload those copies onto my laptop and then put that on Google Drive and save it, electronic copies, I can then finally discard and throw all of this shit all this junk away into the recycling bin. So for now, until that happens, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. So the knapsack that we were supposed to finish is this, and we are going to finish it today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you for a fact that it is in fact empty. Actually, oh shit, I left some stuff inside. There are more red envelopes. Oh shit, there's so many here. One here, oh my goodness. 身體健康. So this one says basically to be healthy. 身體健康. And all these different proverbs here. 1, 2, 3. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. So I think I'm just gonna return all of these to my most of these to my caregivers. This one's nice. I'm gonna keep that. I like the rose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you know what? I can't. How many are here? I don't know how many. You can take a look at all these designs here. I have to show them one by one. Like I said, I have to scan all of these. I have to scan. There's a lot of work here, a lot of paperwork to just scan and document. So that's 5 already. We have more here. I mean, these are throughout the years for sure. There's no way I got all these in one single year. 6, 7, 8, 9 right here. 10, another one. I like this one. Man, there's like 15 or so different designs, very intricate designs. This one's from CIBC, or Canadian International Bank of Canada. We have Canada Trust, TD Canada Trust, Bank of China, which I'm not so fond of. We have this one that looks a little more like a marriage kind of thing. It's the only different color, and then we have this. So all of these, my goodness, all this trash right here. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick them right inside here. And yeah, I'm going to stick them right inside here. And call that. So now we go to the bag. So the bag was not empty. I made a mistake. I'm glad I caught that. So this first pocket here opened up. There's nothing left. We covered all the utensils from this side, as well as the bags and the paper, napkins. We took out from the middle pocket here, the second pocket that's kind of ripped and torn. We took out all this stuff here, the transit routes, as well as the knapsack and the umbrella, and the pencil case, not the knapsack. The third pocket here, the largest pocket, is the only thing that we have left, and it's basically of this sort of sweatpants we have here. So there's a lot of grit here, and I want to talk about this. You see in the title, what's the sweatpants about? I put it down at the bottom of every knapsack that I use, every backpack. I put a pair of folded pants down there so that, you know, whenever I put textbooks or my laptop in there, over a couple months, you'll realize that it starts to cut into the bottom of the backpack. And in less than a year, you'll develop like a few large holes at the bottoms of your backpack, and then you had to throw it away. So the reason why I could use this backpack for more than 5 years, 10 years, is because precisely I put some cloth at the bottom, and that would protect it from breaking. So that's the sweatpants. As well as the sweatpants, I should mention itself. Before I put them in here, I did use them for a couple of years. I eventually hated them. They looked almost like tights, so I didn't really like that. They were too short, showing your ankles. I'm not into that kind of fashion. I don't know if you're into that kind of shit. But anyways, long story short, I hated them. I put them away in here. It's a class 2 item. Anyways, it's a class 2, meaning from my class caregivers, which means I'm not supposed to use it. Same thing with the backpack, I'm not supposed to use it anymore. So I'll put that in here, and I'm going to pass this all on to my brother. Before I do that, I might have to shake off all the garbage here. So he said there's all this dirt and grit, so I'm just going to shake it off, and then we're going to put that back inside. And that's pretty much it. And then we of course have the knapsack itself, the entire backpack, this Eagle Trail red backpack, which is now I'm just going to pass on to my brother, I believe. I don't know if I will keep it. I'll have to debate about that to myself, whether or not I will buy my own backpack, or if that's even necessary. I don't see myself using knapsacks anymore, so I don't see a point in keeping this. The only thing left was this. So this piece of shit that fell on the floor earlier today made all that ruckus. I actually had this inside the largest compartment, and the reason why is because if I open it, and I'm going to do that right now, what you see on the inside, I untie it, is all the paperwork. So we have files, my school agenda, back in high school, back in university years. All that kind of stuff, all the souvenirs and things I used to keep in here. I don't know. It's just a huge bunch of stuff that I have to document, including even my admissions to the School of Optometry back in the day. So there's just a whole bunch of stuff here that I'm not going to cover because, like I said, it's all paperwork. It requires scanning. I have to scan out electronic copies and then throw them away and recycle them, but I have to do the scanning first. Because there's so much work affiliated with it, and it's not urgent work, but time-consuming, so it's time-consuming but not important. So I'm going to put it into archives, and basically I'm going to bundle these inside here and say this is all for archives. So I'm going to put this inside the bag, and now we're going to just tie it back up. So all those red envelopes are going to tie back up, including the transit routes. And you never know, right? The transit routes might be useful, Maybe I'll go back to, I intend on going back to Waterloo, Kitchener once in a while, every couple years, just to see how things have changed. And I think it'd be pretty useful to take the routes with me, even if it's just for comparison. Maybe the routes have changed so drastically that I won't be able to make use of the bus routes that I have, but at least I can compare, and then it'd be very interesting just to see how things have changed over time. Or sad. Everyone says it's sad to see how things change, right? So, I don't know. Change can be good. It can be very good. Don't hold yourself back. So we tie these up real snug. Nice and snug, just like that. Alright. So this is everything, all that paperwork that I have to cover. Maybe in about 10 months to more than a year from now on the Ahn Rho Project, we'll cover all the paperwork. So I'm going to take this and stick it down here because it's everything that we need to keep. But this knapsack I'm going to put upstairs with the other black backpack that I finished last week, and it's all finished, and I can put these bags back with my caregivers and I don't need it anymore. So we're just going to return that. We're going to return this to my caregivers as well. The only thing we're going to keep is this bag here. We're going to return this to my caregivers. So everything here is for my caregivers. So I'm going to just return this to my caregivers or pass them on to my brother. If not my brother, then at least to my cousin. So on this right hand side here, the knapsack, the pencil case, the calculator, we're going to take out the tie. We have to do that. The umbrella, the red envelopes, all that goes back to my brother, to my caregivers, or to donation, or to my relatives, who knows. This is the only thing I'm keeping is this pen, this marker, from Waterloo University, and then this package of stuff that we have a lot of office work, tedious administrative work to do. So with that being said, that is everything. Thank goodness. Celebrations, fuck. I should crack open a bottle of champagne and just drink right now because that was a whole fucking headache. And then we have another section to cover tomorrow. So we're going to move on to a Times bag, a Times magazine bag. That's probably what we're going to start working on tomorrow morning. But with that being said, we're going to give the direct take-home message, which is, as usual, this is important, take care of yourself, take care of your health, take care of your family and your finances. Make sure that you are a strong, responsible individual. If you are not, that you become a strong, responsible, and disciplined individual. Not to be preachy, because I'm trying to work on that myself. That's the reason why I'm saying it because I have to embody it and say it and become and change my behavior. It's something for me to do, and so don't take this the wrong way. All right, so I hope you share that understanding with me. It's sort of common sense, really. You only have anything to contribute to the ones you love and care about if you are a strong, responsible individual. If you have your shit together, if you've got your life together, so you're also less of a burden to the people who you care for. That's the best thing you can do for the ones you love, is to make sure that you yourself are strong and independent and are capable of taking care of yourself. So that's that. Strive for whatever goals and ambitions you have set for yourself. Dedicate your time, attention, energy, and resources to things that really matter, such as, maybe you want to become the next civil engineer, the next pediatrician, whatever it is. Do it. If you have something special for your spouse, for your wife, or your husband, or your kids, who knows, you have grandkids maybe. I don't know who's watching, right? So do all that stuff. If you have issues or mental health issues or physical issues, get that shit sorted out, whatever it is. And of course, with all that being said, even though I stream every single day from 7 days a week, right? 3 to 5 a.m. in the morning. My recommendation, drop in only once or twice a week, because you need to focus your time and energy where it really matters. So when on an off day, like a weekend morning, you can drop by and just see how things have changed. I don't care if I'm shooting myself in the foot like this. I don't compromise what I do here on stream for anybody else. I'm going to keep doing this because it's good for me. And that's the conviction that you need, that I hope that we share, that you and I share. I'm happy when you're happy. I want what's best for you. I'm also doing what's best for me. So with that being said, this is the Ahn Rho Project. Thank you for tuning in. If you tune in at all, if you do, I hope you find something of value from it. I hope that if you come here, it's only because you have something you find it either engaging, relatable to you. Maybe for some of you are in a dark place. I know I was in a dark place about a year ago. You see on my streams, I was in a very dark place. I'm just going to mention that sometimes you just want to watch someone solve their own problems on stream, and if that's what you get from my streams, then that's great. So that being said, this is the Ahn Rho Project. Thank you for tuning in. Tomorrow morning, like I said, we're going to move on to a times bag. I'm going to put this to my caregiver's room. This is stuff I'm going to keep for the future. It's archived, and I hope to see a better version of all of you, as well as a better version of myself, my dear hypothetical readers and viewers. And I'll see you all tomorrow morning. This is Ahn Rho signing out. Ciao. Oh, quick shout out also. There's somebody who actually subscribed on Twitch. Thank you for following, Alex. And also to a few replay viewers as well on Periscope, Zeki and Augie. I appreciate that. But I'll probably talk about that next live stream. Take care.